Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business here this morning on this morning's edition of Don't Sleep on the Dallas Cowboys. Because you literally cannot sleep on the Dallas Cowboys because things happen late in the evening, late at night, first thing in the morning. So you want to be up to speed with all that is America's team. Have you gotten it out of your system yet? I know Sunday was a kick to the nuts. It sucked. We had opportunities, but let's be honest. That game we could have just been blown out of. Had it not been for the play of Jeff Heath stopping him on the goal line, and then Jalen Smith coming through and stopping him again and holding them to a field goal, that game was about to become a blowout. The fact that we were still in it at least says a lot. At least you look at our defense, which is playing lights out. A defense that is holding teams to 16 points in regulation. When you hold a team to 16 points, you're supposed to win. So we have that. I feel good about the defense. Do we have some holes? Yes, I'm still concerned about safety. We're a little bit nicked up right now. But we may actually have the two best linebackers right now in football. Van Der Esch is looking like Brian Urlacher. That's no joke. Highest rated rookie defensive player in the NFL. Second rated, I believe, linebacker. And considering he didn't start his first game, to have 40 tackles already second behind Jalen Smith is unbelievable. He has played so well that you kind of forgot about Sean Lee, and there's no hurry to get Sean Lee back. And when Sean Lee comes back, I'm not so sure that you supplant the rookie for Sean Lee. That's how great that is. So you got to at least feel happy about that the Cowboys made a hell of a pick right there. And last night should give you some hope too. Because the Redskins, well, they did everybody in the NFC East a favor. They had an opportunity to grab a chokehold on the division if they could have beat the New Orleans Saints. But the Washington Redskins are who we thought they were. The Washington Redskins. AP last night separated his shoulder. He's getting an MRI this morning. And when the Redskins signed him, I said, listen, understand, AP is going to have a few good games, and the rest of them are going to be kind of meh. And he's had a good game here and then follows it up by what he kind of disappears. He has a decent game and then kind of disappears. So when you look at it, meh. But it was bad last night. Really bad. Now, they were facing an onslaught because Drew Brees was facing history. Being able to get the all-time yardage record from Peyton Manning, you knew that team was going to come out and they were facing a buzzsaw. And Drew Brees didn't disappoint. But the amazing thing about Drew Brees is when you think about Drew Brees, who started out in San Diego, hurt his shoulder, San Diego basically just let him go. They didn't think he was that guy. Now, they've done okay with quarterback, but a guy that not too many people thought about grabbing is now the all-time leader in yardage. And I believe it's because he had Sean Payton. Sean Payton was the guy who made Tony Romo who Tony Romo is. And if you don't believe that coaching, having a good offensive coordinator makes a difference, let me give you a couple examples real quick. The Rams, of course. Sean McVay, offensive coordinator. He goes there, takes a quarterback who looked like he was a bust. Now one of the best offenses in football. Take a look at the Philadelphia Eagles. Frank Wright leaves, and now a different offensive coordinator. That offense isn't anywhere near where it was last year. I know they've got some injuries. I know Carson Wentz is coming back from knee surgery, but the amount of sacks that he's getting, the running game just doesn't seem as inspired. They just do not look like the same team. When you look at the Atlanta Falcons in 2016, Super Bowl team, great offense, best year of Matt Ryan's career. They lose Kyle Shanahan to the 49ers. And since that time, that team and its offense has been going downhill. They're not anything near where they were. Flip side, look at Carolina's offense now with Norv Turner. Having a great offensive coordinator means a lot. It will take an average quarterback and make them a better quarterback. Dare I say, an elite quarterback. There's nothing about Scott Linehan that is that guy. He's not a Sean Payton. And to think that we had Sean Payton here, just kind of makes you sick to your stomach. But the Redskins last night did us a favor. They became the Redskins again. How bad was it for the Washington Redskins last night? Let's take a look at this clip real quick of Josh Norman. That's great. It was so bad for the Redskins last night that Josh Norman couldn't even do the jersey exchange after the game. I know people say, why are you talking trash, when our team sucks? Yeah, well, we suck. But here's the reality of it. We all suck together. This could be like a few years ago when the NFC South, Carolina won it at 7-8. And once you get to the playoffs, anything can happen. Our division is down. And that doesn't mean that some of these teams aren't going to turn it around. Some teams may get some injuries that really just knock them the heck out. Some teams may just start clicking and getting on a roll. It's still a long ways to go. We still have 11 games. And we have, in my mind, the best defense in the division. Let me say that again. We have the best defense in the division. We got the best running back. Maybe offensive line. If we can just put a few pieces together, because we know we've got 5 games in the division, a division where we usually do really well with, we can still finish up and win the division. I know people are going to, you're going to be 5-11. No. You got a defense that's keeping you in every single game. If we can just tweak enough, just squeeze a little bit more out of it. I know this is not the offense that I want, because I'll be honest with you, when I look at our defense, the way they're playing, they're reminding me of the Doomsday defense, okay? They're beginning to get it done. They are imposing their will on the other team. I'm excited about that defense. I'm excited about seeing them play. Seeing what they did at the end of the first half was just amazing to me. The offense, on the other hand, is a disgrace right now for all the Cowboys teams that came in front of them. They got to get it together. They have to start being like what Tom Landry was, and that was an innovator. I feel like what we have is followers. We are just following this offense on what we did well before. We're just going to run up the middle. We're going to have a few plays. We're going to keep doing that because that's our way. I'm not saying that we shouldn't be running, because we should. But you have to start being innovators. You have to start being more creative. You've got to start using more play action passing. We right now are a dinosaur. What teams are doing now is they're taking more risks. They're trying different things because it's confusing defenses. You're throwing things at teams they're not expecting. Rarely do we do that. But when we have, in the last couple of weeks, when we've gone to no huddle, hurry up offense, it's been successful. When we throw in a little razzle-dazzle in there, it's been successful. The problem is then we revert back. As I look at that game, what drives me crazier than anything else is they keep saying, well, of course you should have punted, because every time you ran in the fourth quarter, Zeke Elliott was, getting stopped. Well, yeah, because you kept trying to run the same play with the same guy who was hobbled. Maybe you bring in Rod Smith. Maybe you take your quarterback who is 6'2", 240 pounds, and you roll him out. Fake the dive to Zeke. Make him a decoy. Much like Denver did with Terrell Davis when he was literally knocked out and couldn't see. That's being an innovator. And if the Cowboys can do just a little bit of that, when you look at the division right now, you got the best defense. You got the best running back. Everybody else has got issues as well. And it's football. So I'm not ready to give up on the season. So we'll see what happens today. We're a little banged up. Players are off today, and they'll be getting treatment and stuff. We'll see who's on the field tomorrow. We've got a tough game with the Jacksonville Jaguars where we are a 3-point underdog at home. And generally speaking, you get 3 points for just being at home. So nobody's giving us a chance in that one. We'll see what we're going to see. But it's football. Anything can happen. I'm Mark Holmes. This is Cowboy Joe Boo, and I'll see you guys soon.